Hell yeah. This is the shit. This is the stuff that got you into this shit, huh?
Yeah, big time.
Oh yeah.
Will you just look at it though? Just look at it.
Beautiful.
You know,
Can you
I'm
believe
more
that?
of a practical effects kind of guy instead of CGI. This is this is what we're going to be talking about. I hope everybody knows this is actually what we're reviewing today.
This is good shit. Dude, I'm telling you, like, it looked real at the time. It really looked real.
Do you think anybody saw this and was like, "Oh my god, look at look at them. How are they doing that?"
Dude,
So I
there were
asked my
there were
dad,
people that
in
played PS1 games. They were like, "This is the most realistic shit I've ever seen."
You're right.
dude, it's all about the context of the time. And like I asked my dad, he was a child when this was like
Oh,
on TV, and he was like, "These were amazing special effects."
Yeah.
check this out. Does this look familiar right here? You
This
see
is
what
it.
just
Ace.
happened?
Here you go, Ace.
That's the homage right there. That's the homage. When he shoved his axe handle into it, it was this scene right
That
here.
was it right there.
Oh no, I was referencing what Ace said about Godzilla and Kong didn't make out, and there they are. There they
All
are.
right, cool. Well, let's go back to not you. That's everybody right there. Hopefully we get oh shit, El Cifer
Yeah,
is in the
we're
house.
ready now. What up?
Hey.
Damn,
Look at
bro.
that! Look at that right there. Yeah.
I like all
Oh,
the
yeah.
facial hair being featured. We got a majestic beard, the don't leave you alone with your kids mustache, whatever Judah got going on.
This is the no job. This is called the no job.
this is my I'm unemployed look.
Man, hold on. Let me get my evil villain shit going on right here.
Man.
boy.
We need a picture of Robo next to a rail yard. You know, just standing there twirling his mustache.
I'll get Mario yet. Aramis, how's your mic? Aramis?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
You are
There
good
it
to
is.
go.
You know,
very good.
Aaron, we might be able to hear you better if you didn't have that CPAP mask on.
Well, I mean, probably.
What's going
But
on?
on the other hand, I'm pretty ugly, so probably-
stop.
I caused the channel
You
to
cut
get
off at
taken
the
down.
pretty. All I heard was I'm pretty. I'm like, oh, that's pretty confident.
Judah, who wants to do the intro? Me, you, what we doing here?
I'll take it.
Hit
Take it.
Go. Get it.
Okay, so a movie just came out. It's called Godzilla versus King Kong,
That's not
and the understanding here is that all 7 people saw it. The reason it looks like 6 people is because
We can't count.
fuck,
No, that's it.
because I
It's
can't
6.
count.
What?
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's
Yeah.
the same.
Oh, it's because Robo's. Never mind. The screen sharing thing got me. But yeah, we all saw Godzilla vs King Kong, and we want to talk about it. I don't know if any of us liked it or not liked it. We haven't really. That's a lie. We talked about it a little bit before we started this, but someone here might not like it. We don't know yet, and we're gonna find out. So without
First news,
further
Robo
ado,
Strange, everybody.
1, 2,
Watch
3,
out.
not it. Oh, we're not doing that. Okay, cool.
did any of you not like it? Who didn't like it?
I hated the human characters.
I think I
Yes.
think everybody
Yeah.
hated the human
Yeah.
characters.
Like there
Do
could have
not-
been like a. I
Do
think it was
not,
like
do
estimated a
not
billion.
trash Madison. Madison is a gem.
Oh
okay?
yeah, she's in Stranger Things. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a billion laws.
But you could give a great actor a bunch of really terrible, stupid lines and a really dumb story, and they're still not going to look great. You know what I mean?
Bro, I see Ant-Man, but I hear Bane. Godzilla, you think that gives you power over me? So
Look, I don't dislike the movie, right? We'll go over everything. Do we want to do what we did last time, where we say what we liked, and then we get into the fun stuff? Or
I
get
feel
the
like
shit
you're
on
the
a little
fun
bit.
stuff right now. I feel like you need to talk shit
Yeah,
right now.
Listen,
We can do that.
No. Here's the deal. We'll go over what we like, but I will just say I was asked, was it me? Do I not like the movie? I have more than one bad thing to say about the movie, but overall, it was a fun movie. I liked it. The fights were dope. But let's go ahead and start. Miracle Man.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about
Oh, shit,
what
somebody
you
actually
liked
there.
about. That's Miracle face right there.
I thought somebody was just straight up just flexing the comic book collection.
Miracle Man is actually was born, and his face was a row of comics. That's
Yeah,
what he
he's,
looks like.
he's just made out of
Yeah.
comics.
I asked my mother what happened, but she said she would not tell me. And honestly, that was probably a good choice, right? I mean, let's be honest.
You're like a character written by somebody that works at Image Comics right now.
Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh right there.
She was like, "Your father was a magazine."
Wait, why the Brooklyn accent?
So
Because that's my impression of everyone.
well, that's fair. So what did I like? Obviously this is not going to be a spoiler-free review, right? Like we're gonna get into it.
This
Spoil.
is spoiler
Right,
as
spoil
fuck.
the fuck out of
Spoil.
the shit out of it. All right, listen. Giant fucking ape swinging glowing axe of death is the coolest thing I've ever seen in a movie, hands down, bar none. I do not give a fuck what anybody else thinks about it. That's one of the coolest scenes I've ever seen, ever. Period.
Here.
Valid.
Loved
So
it.
dope.
Loved it.
Yeah.
They unfortunately they spoiled the shit out of it with the trailers, but the scenes on the battleships where he's jumping from ship to fight Godzilla as he's swimming around underneath them. I mean that's nerd chub right there.
Yeah.
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 Dope as fuck. Loved it. So probably my two favorite parts about it. I did actually like seeing that the little blow up mutant from Deadpool was able to find a nice girl to hang out with. That was nice. I'm glad he has I'm glad that kid has a positive future ahead of him. But,
The little
probably
blow
little
up mutant.
fire kid. You know what I'm saying? A little fire kid.
That's how he's credited in the movie. Hey, that
But that's about the best I can say for any human character.
It was an awesome monster movie that was lessened by some very mediocre subpar human shit that did not add anything to the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just add one thing? Even though I hate the human characters, look, one of the reasons why I love this movie is because part of me, I have to suspend disbelief and just basically throw logic out the window, right? I have to be like, okay, do I want to see Godzilla literally throw hands with King Kong, right? I have to kind of take away from logic and perspective. Because if you take away the human characters, let's see, watch the movie like, yeah, we can do whatever. It wouldn't be a movie. It would be a fan film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a 15-minute feature on YouTube. That's about it.
So there's one thing. It's so funny. There's one thing that I both liked and disliked at the same time, and it was that in the universe of Godzilla, all the conspiratorial shitheads are right.
It's a very lucrative deal to be a conspiracy theorist in the
they're right.
universe.
Yeah,
They're right.
Logical people are morons and naive fucking morons, but those people that believed in hollow Earth and massive government conspiracies and fluoride in water making you docile.
Yes.
They're right. They were right.
Reverse
This whole time.
gravitational pull. Can we
Fuck
talk
me,
about
right?
that? That's like literally go through a wormhole, which again, you have to ignore a lot of plot points here, right?
Where's the
So
sun
for instance-
coming from?
Yo, it was sunny as hell down there, right? There was a lot of vegetation. They went through a literal wormhole, which they describe as like, look, the minute it's gonna be a reverse gravitational pull, we need to cross it, right? That's why
You're
we
about
need to-
you're about to go into bad stuff, right? You're talking a lot of bad stuff.
No, it's not bad stuff, right? I'm just pointing out a plot hole.
I'm telling all the things that are like neutral, rad neutral right now.
So hear me out, right? Because this is something that I really enjoy about the movie, right? Because that happened, right? But then Godzilla was able to literally beam a hole straight to where the characters were at. So completely bypassing
No. This is the
Hear
things
me
I
out.
like right here.
No, hear me out. No, I actually liked it because immediately after that, I was like, that's fucking stupid. Then as soon as I said that, all I see is fucking King Kong coming through this hole with some black Air Force energy saying, hey, I won fucking round 2 and I'm about to clap your scaly cheeks because I just got Stormbreaker. I mean, whatever hammer
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah,
And you tell me that was even as stupid as that plot point was, it was immediately debunked by the fact that there's a giant gorilla that all he sees was
Made it better. It's like who cares? I want this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Aramis, could you tell me what do you like about the movie?
You talked about Hollow Earth, but I was born in it.
That was a Vader. I mixed up Vader with the. Oh boy.
Vane.
Go ahead, Aaron. Vane. Yeah. Go ahead, Aramis. What was your favorite thing about the movie?
So there was a lot I liked. There wasn't very much that I didn't like.
Really?
One thing, yeah.
Fuck you, bro.
Madison, for one, is my favorite human character. She was great in King of the Monsters, and she was great in this one.
Fair. I like
Recurring characters. That's
But her
my favorite
quest-
thing
her-
about the movie.
But her side quest was pointless. Let's admit. Can we at least admit that her whole side quest had no impact on anything except
Are we talking about 11 right now?
Yeah, we're talking about 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
No,
stupid.
no. Without her, we don't get fucking Mecha Godzilla.
Without her, we don't pour whiskey on a keyboard and it shorts out the most
shorts out
technologically advanced. Wait, no, we're not there yet. We're not there.
Hey,
the
that was very important. He said that when that runs out, he quits. And symbolically enough, that ended the war.
Yeah, that's right. Mr. Chris Runt, the famed of comic book fame. Tell us, what was your favorite part of the movie?
I say what's right.
So real quick, I'll be the defender of the human parts. This is my favorite subplot of all of the Godzilla movies we've gotten so far.
But there was two. So we got the scientist line and we got the 11 line. Which one are you talking about? Both?
I think both are better than anything we got in the previous two movies.
Okay.
Can I ask why?
That's just
In
me.
your opinion?
Yeah, I'd like to know why.
So the scientist one, both of them, I was just a little bit more into them. I like that little girl who plays fucking 11 with the bald head, and
I miss the bald
she
head.
gets me to Mecha Godzilla. So she wins right there. And then just the scientist, I don't know. I'm a little fucked up right now, so I can't get my thoughts together.
Hey, I'm with you though. Like for me, 11, I like her as an actor. So it was like
Actress.
her whole row was dope. That's stupid. No, she's an actor. So the whole row was perfect. I like her because she kind of saved like the human thing. And then SJW time. What's up? And then the other one with the scientist and indigenous, I really like. I know we're shitting on the human acting and all that, but the fact that she can communicate, that little girl,
I liked that.
was she can act her ass off.
That was
when she was
awesome.
talking.
That
Yeah,
was
when you
awesome.
first see
So
King
this is what I
Kong,
was gonna say.
Can we call that for what it was? That was the most Deus Ex Machina shit I ever seen in that whole movie. Because it goes like this, right? They have Godzilla in this captivity, not Godzilla, King Kong, this captivity thing. Ignore the fact that they created a whole dome structure in the island, whatever, right? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, after years of studying my boy King, right? They're like, wait, you can talk to this dude? I was like, yeah, motherfucker, what you think I was doing with this? I'm like, we could have avoided a lot of the situation.
Yeah.
If we would have communicated that maybe the possible homicidal apex predator that's
on his
being
way.
seeked out by another homicidal apex predator, we may be able to tell him, hey, by the way, you may want to do some push-ups because there's a big-ass lizard coming to clap your cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was like the ASX Machina, like, he is sad. And I'm like, word? Can you tell him why?
So-
Can you ask him?
Ask him why. Yeah.
So Robo, as far as the scientist, when you get into Hollow Earth and all that, with old kaiju movies and all that shit, I just dig the Hollow Earth stuff. Like it just gives me one of those nerd boners.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a lot of bones going around.
Favorite part of the movie is Mecha Godzilla coming out and just fucking wrecking shit. That made it for me.
So, did you see Mecha Godzilla from the old movies? Was that something that you dug, and then you're like,
yeah.
"Oh fuck, they brought it back"?
This was something
See-
I was looking forward to.
Big time.
Yeah. How stupid was it? You know, and we'll go into the bad stuff, but like, how stupid was it that they would put something like that in a preview? Because I knew that like Godzilla nerds, like you and Judah, I could already know because I already got the background on Mecha Godzilla. Like, man, I tell you what, imagine if you were a fan for the last 15 years or whatever, and you saw that and didn't know it was going to be in the movie. Like,
Would've blown
how
your mind.
mind blown would you be? And they fucking ruined it in trailers. Trailers these days are just giving too much, I feel.
I like some of the original
Yeah.
trailers where they showed like a glimpse of him in the background, and we were looking at these pixelized images. Like, is that fucking Mecha Godzilla? I thought that was genius. But then the end, when they're just like, "Here he is, everybody," I was like, "Oh, that'd been a nice surprise."
That's just I don't know, man. That's just horrible marketing because I feel like that movie was already hype enough with King Kong. Because I think Skull Island did a great job hyping King Kong or making King Kong possible enough to a threat to Godzilla, where you'd be like, okay, that's all we need in the title. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Batman v Superman, only the movie actually turned out to be good. Talking about King Kong versus Godzilla, not that trash heap. Anyways, point is that like I think I would have. I'm not a fan like Judah or I guess Fortress Chris, because I'm not gonna call him by his full name. Fortress Chris is just a badass name, but I feel like I would have been hyped just to see a Mecha Godzilla, because I never saw the movie where he was in, but in the GameCube game, Godzilla vs. All Monsters, he was the final boss. And I hated that motherfucker because he was cheap. Yeah. He was like Shao Kahn, only in Godzilla form. So I would have been hype in the same time. I kind of like you, kind of waiting for. I'm gonna go in a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep it short, right? Here's my biggest complaint with the movie was the fact that in order to make this into a featured length film, right, you have to stomach a lot of the human characters, right? And all you want is, bro, when are we gonna get the kaiju fight? Like, where are they gonna fight, right? And they did really good with that. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have to wait till the end of the movie for them to, oh, it's so cute.
No, go ahead.
They don't have to, they fall in the middle of the ocean. They fall, like in Hong Kong, and then again, right? So you didn't have to wait, right? But then all I can think about is, when the fuck is Mechagodzilla gonna make an appearance, right? Since I saw it in the trailer. If that would have been
would have been a dope surprise.
I was like, I feel like I would get more bang for my buck, but right now I'm over here waiting like, oh, are they gonna sequel betas? Go ahead.
That fucked with me too, because I saw Mechagodzilla and I was like, so what are they not showing us? And I was holding out for Mecha Ghidra. So
yeah,
like that's the next movie.
Yeah, that's got to be the next movie. But
that's a
Pacific Rim.
That's a disturbing trend in films in general. Not to get too far off the topic, but where they just give you too much of that good stuff in the trailer. All those great scenes. And I mean, Suicide Squad, it made them re-edit the entire film because they did that badass. That badass trailer, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is great!" And they're like, "Shit, that's nothing like our movie," So
100%.
So they did kind of ruin a lot of those big reveals for us in the trailers, but at least they hid the scene where Godzilla and King Kong find out both of their mothers are named Mothra. So
you saw that? No, but that actually. But check this out. Hold on. That actually happened though. You just couldn't understand it. Right. When Godzilla was on his chest and he was digging in and he screamed back and then the other dude screamed back and then he kind of stared at each other and Godzilla walked away. That was what happened. Like, that was Mothra, and then like, why did you say that? And then walked away.
Hey, that actually reminds me. Can we please talk about the fact that in order to make this movie make sense, like they made it believe that whatever ape society that King Kong's from is like some type of advanced. They had like big ass structures, a big ass door.
Who knows who built that? Nope. They don't explain who built that. But
no, but we used to the big King Kong statues, and I'm over here like. So we're not gonna talk about the semi-advanced
city under the
sequel,
China?
bro. Sequel. I'm telling you, I've seen a couple people complain about that. Like, where'd that come from, bro? I want to know that sequel. I want to know some prequel shit where I get this fucking family of King Kongs. Where they, by the way, that axe. I'm about to say something. Last time I said something obvious, Chris was like, "Yeah." But that's the play off of Godzilla. Okay. Was that an obvious thing? Was that something everybody saw?
When it was glowing blue and it turned into a Godzilla, wrapping around and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're just not even just kind of heavy-handed.
You know what? I'm just gonna keep drinking. Fuck it. Fuck you guys. Fuck everybody here.
That was Space Godzilla, bro.
Oh,
not
that why we have a
not near. So Not Near Mint brought up this point, and I think it's worth mentioning. These idiots, fucking idiots, flying their helicopters and planes within swatting distance.
Worse than that. Check this out. We're gonna do some. Aramis, you're up next. I just want to say we're gonna ruin this with one of those kind of like Neil deGrasse Tyson, like, sorry, I'm an astrophysicist, so. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that in the Air Force version. And Cypher can do that too. Here's the deal. Check this out. Those planes that they showed on the screen are F-35s, right? With the slanted, right? So
they didn't even need to be in visual range of Godzilla.
Bro, those motherfuckers shoot their missiles from like 30 miles fucking off. Yeah. And even if they were dropping bombs, they'd drop them from like 30 fucking thousand miles feet over the fucking earth. Like,
and they would just they would just not use guns.
Oh, bro, they never guns. What, the 20 millimeter? That's not gonna fucking do anything. But here's the deal. Even with their missiles, they did it in the beginning of the movie. Here's fucking Godzilla, and like, oh, I can shoot this missile from 30 miles away? Nah, bitch. I'm gonna shoot it from 22 feet away. Like, why would you do that? And the motherfucker just claws him right out.
Actually,
sorry.
I hate to one-up you, but there's this one motherfucker that all I can think about that I was like, you got in trouble, you fucked up, and this is a shit detail, right? When they had King Kong chained up, they had one guarding him with an M16 chilling there. And I'm like,
what are you going to do?
What the fuck is he going to do?
Like, no, where's it out? What did you do to get that post?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you fucked up. And it was raining and shit. And you could tell he fucked up because the little girl walked out, right? To talk to him. And he didn't give no fucks. Like, man, fuck it. I hate it here. Like,
he's like, I don't even know why I'm here right now. Like,
I'm not re-enlisting, bro. Like,
So King Kong's chained up. He can't break the chains. He's been on this ship for however long, and he can't break these chains. Finally, he's free. Finally, he's attacking Godzilla. He headbutts Godzilla, and it like fucks him up. It's like this motherfucker couldn't even break chains. Yeah. Godzilla's damn near invulnerable, and this headbutt is somehow stunning him. Like,
I want to know.
I would say what's worse than that, though. I shit you not, right? I felt King Kong's pain, right? Because I've been in a situation where I've been about to get an altercation and they're holding me back, telling me to come down while the aggressor's coming at me. And I'm like, so you can see King Kong looking at the control pad like, yo, y'all gonna release me? There's a big ass thing coming at me, right? They had to wait until the ship was submerged underwater, and somehow, against all odds, even underwater, all these electronics inside of it worked, right? And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Little secret for you guys. Military grade shit is actual shit.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Built by the lowest possible bidder.
That's it. Yeah. Whatever his wrists were made out of, though, I guess they didn't make. Well, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, you're right. The cuffs. What was chaining him to the thing?
His manacles.
He's like, his manacles. But then all of a sudden it came to take off his neck thing, and it was like,
pop
paper.
That shit.
Like paper.
Nothing.
This giant ship is like capsized, and the inside is full of water, and the guy's swimming, and there's like a child on board, and he doesn't know. I mean, has a reasonable belief that he's about to die, but his last thing to do as he's alive is to swim over to the console and release the other monster. Like,
that should have been the first thing he did, actually.
Well, not to mention that before these events, this dude was sitting in a basement somewhere on Reddit fucking talking about conspiracy theories. Like, he hasn't exercised in years.
That's right. But that's a motherfucker. He's a swimmer now. Yeah. Hey, Aramis, 87 minutes ago, you wanted to say something. What was it?
89.
Peace out, Danny.
Oh, no. Daddy's got to go.
No,
Aramis,
Daddy.
are you muted or...
No, I'm just trying to think what I was trying to say 87 minutes ago.
Fuck. Oh, can I tell what I liked about the movie still, or are we past that? No, okay, good.
You just want to talk about 11, like, look, Madison, she didn't do no wrong.
All right, how about this? We start with Aramis, we'll go to Miracle Man, then we'll go to Chris Runt. Not Cypher.
Thanks, I don't know my government name.
Oh, great.
Sorry.
Now you're getting doxxed. Fuck.
God, thank you.
Aramis, tell us what made your brain itch? What did you hate about this movie? I know you said there wasn't a lot. What did you fucking hate? Like, this thing just doesn't make any sense.
So the biggest thing was that Skull Island got destroyed in between the last movie and this movie, and we didn't get to see that. And I'm a little disappointed because that's a big thing. Skull Island's destroyed. What happened here?
Did it get destroyed, or did the storm just overtake it, wipe out the humans?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
fuck
I mean,
them.
it looked like the island still existed. You know, there was still lush vegetation. There were still animals. They just built that dome, which is probably the most improbable part of it, is that they
Right.
built that giant dome in a place that never stopped storming like that.
They didn't build it. This exists in the Truman Show universe, so they just recycled.
Oh, that's right. They just used the Truman Show thing. Yep.
yeah.
Stupid.
Duh.
I'm so dumb.
You know, I did
Wonder.
see that theory on
Truman
Reddit.
Show
Yeah, good
Cinematic
point.
Universe. I should have known.
Yeah. Right.
Makes sense. Truman and fucking Godzilla. You know, that would make sense. The most exciting television show on Earth would be some kid just living his normal life in a universe where there's a giant fucking lizard
That was a
can show
cartoon.
up and shoot you with laser
That was-
mouth.
That was the cartoon. Godzilla had a little human friend in the cartoon. I don't know if you remember that.
Well, he had a whole
Really?
he had a
I
whole
remember
crew.
that.
Yeah, he had a whole
that.
crew.
Yeah.
There was like it was two two adults and the little kid. And the little kid was always yelling, "Godzilla, come save us!" And like Godzilla would come out, look at the kid, "I got you, homie," and they just lay waste of whatever land mildly inconvenience these people.
Not Near Min says, my takeaway from the movie is that Q is controlling Godzilla through the New York pizza parlor. We know what the truth behind that one is. And Tom Hanks is really King Kong. Better Tom Hanks than his son Chad McChasterson Hanks. And
That's his real name, by
no,
the way.
there's not going to be a white boy son.
Chad
There-
McChaserton.
There would be a
Chad-
Zilligator.
That's the whitest name I've ever heard. I don't even.
I don't-
I don't
what is
know,
his
man.
real name? I think his real name is even worse. It's like Chet. It's so-
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, that's like
Chet
Chad's
Hank
Final
or something.
Evolution. That's like Chad's Final Evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you know. That's like top tier Chad. All right. Sorry. Go ahead. I got lost by the chat.
Fortress.
Pettiness.
Fortress Chris.
Yeah.
Tell me. I know you got some shit to talk about this movie.
So you just want people to shit on this movie, don't you?
But yeah, and it's gonna be hard because I really liked it. If I had to pick one thing, it's the boat scene where, like we talked about earlier, like the fact that it flipped over and that dude just all of a sudden is an Olympic swimmer, and then it's like, I'm gonna free these people. Fuck it.
And that's
Kong
his-
will
that's
save
his- Yeah. That's his plan.
You know what? That's not the worst part. Not Near Mint said it earlier about helicopters flying around with pea shooters and we've literally got fucking spaceships that fly through wormholes from one side of the earth to another, right? To transport bullshit. And meanwhile, they're throwing like a circa 2004 attack helicopter at it. Nobody wanted to share the technology. So you have what was that? What was that? Hamada Corporation. Who the fuck were those guys? You had Monarch
Apex.
and what were the other?
Apex.
Apex is
It was
literally
Tesla.
like
It was Tesla.
it was
Yeah, it's Tesla.
it's literally like Elon Musk went to a nation that like their furthest technology was fire and wheel and built his factory there and was like, oh, bad shit's happening to you. Fuck y'all. And he just let it happen. All those pilots and they're getting blown up and their jets thrown into buildings and it's terrible.
You know what's also like a lot of shit that bothers me, and that is so petty, but God, it just hurt me think about it because it was like 5 scenes of this. Is that they built a tunnel from Pensacola, Florida, all the way to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And it was going 700 miles per hour, mind you. And you could tell that shit was in pressure,
That's
whatever the case, because it knocked them down when it initially started going, right? And we went to Middle Earth and back, and the motherfuckers going like still on this little fucking tunnel. I'm like, so we're not talking about that. You guys have some like international, like half across the world travel.
And it takes like 5 minutes, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not gonna
Like-
talk about this. Yeah, I mean, you have this technology. You don't have something to subdue. Also, and this again, I'm only gonna complain about the petty shit. Is the fact that King Kong knew the plan about playing dead. And they were like, "Hey, let's play dead." So Godzilla can leave.
Wait.
When they play dead, they turn off all their systems. King Kong is also like,
Oh yeah.
I thought he was also. I thought he was just like exhausted. No.
no, he's just like, we need to buy some time here.
But he's about
That
to
was foreshadowing, by the way. That was foreshadowing. That was how you knew King Kong had no business going up against Godzilla ever, not even once. And the whole movie, everybody thought there was gonna be this cool, like, what team are you on? Yeah. And let me tell you something. from the
Godzilla
get.
trumps Kong.
100%. Like you know what he is? You know what he is? He is a pro lightweight MMA fighter who's been fighting his whole life.
Yeah.
And he's going up against a light heavyweight fighter who's the champion of the fucking world. You know what? That guy's gonna put in all his heart. He's gonna get some good licks in, but there's no fucking way he can win. None. Zero. And then he only run that round 2 by a little bit. And then someone's like, yeah, but you know, he kind of got beat up in Godzilla. No, that dude was gonna die. He literally was gonna die. We heard his heartbeat. Something. No, at that point, for all intents and purposes, Godzilla had killed him. He was donezo. And yeah,
You know, what's crazy is that
none.
Godzilla, that's all Godzilla wanted. You know, it's so petty though. Because if you think about it, this movie's dumb petty. Godzilla travel all across the world just to let this motherfucker know. It's like, hey,
100%.
this
I'm the king of the monsters.
bitch.
Yeah.
Yo, and he smiled. Whoever programmed did the CGI shit, they programmed a smile on guys. It's like, hey,
Yes, that was great. I love this
hey,
smile.
motherfucker.
This
This is
isn't
the
a,
name.
this isn't a complaint because I liked this, but it also made me laugh. Whenever Godzilla's getting his ass kicked, which happened a couple times where he was like, "Whoa!" Whenever he's not domineering on his 2 feet, like in charge, he just looks like a clumsy fat guy. Like he's like big ass thighs. He just looks like he's like struggling. Like,
I mean, anybody who's a fan of Kong and still is a fan of Kong is I respect that, because what Kong proved was he ain't no bitch, right? He's like I'm gonna lose, but you will have to kill me, and even like I'm dying, and I'm still gonna scream back. I really like the whole personality behind what they gave Kong, but what I really liked is they figured out a way to make Kong respectable without selling the ridiculousness that Kong could beat Godzilla.
that Kong wins. Yeah.
Well,
Right.
Also ignoring Kong's obvious medical background, because he knew that his shoulder was dislocated, and he knew exactly what to do.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
Kong. He does the lethal weapon. Kong.
Yo, he was like,
Oh, yeah.
kinda lethal. I was like,
Oh yeah.
Let's also
I mean,
not forget that they downloaded the energy source from Hollow Earth in like 5 minutes,
Right.
and then recreated it. Oh my god!
The
But I didn't care because fucking
scientific
Mechagodzilla showed
processes
up.
that should have taken like 20 years of hard research was like,
Yes.
oh good,
Yes.
boom, here it is, or like figuring out how to jumpstart his heart using that fucking thing, like
True Race.
right
I
there.
mean, like I'm okay with the heart thing, right? I'm okay with the makeshift defibrillator. What I'm not okay is the shorty was like 2 blocks away. He's dying. I'm like, yo. First of all, Daredevil, how the fuck you know that shit? You know what I'm saying?
She touched the ground.
She touched the ground, dude.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know echolocation was one of her superpowers.
Yes,
She's
like
deaf.
Daredevil.
No, yeah.
Everybody knows that
early in the
Holly,
movie.
100%.
That's true. If you're deaf,
Hollywood deaf people are Daredevil.
Special powers, yeah.
Period.
Right.
Dot. Hollywood,
Right.
even in drama, realism, Hollywood deaf people are Daredevil.
And I'm willing to
Alright.
accept that. I'm willing to accept that. That's fine. We'll take it. Whatever. Move the plot forward.
Yeah. Overall,
what would you rate this
I
movie?
give this movie a B plus. Super enjoyable. I will say that the suspension of disbelief for the center of the earth that has its own sun and it has its own vegetation.
Where was the sun, though?
And by the way, just so you know, being at the center of the earth will just crush you, because that's where gravity converges. You would just die. But apparently there's lush vegetation there. But here's the deal. I'm not even worried. So check this out. I was going to
Next,
say
you're
this
gonna
earlier.
tell us the Earth isn't flat.
The earth is flat, which is the worst part about this. How do you have the middle of a plate? That's stupid. But no, but check this out.
I mean, have you had a shepherd's pie?
We just had... In fact, that's a good point. So check this out. We just had a fight where King Kong is fighting with Godzilla, kind of equally sized, but we realize Godzilla, with the tail whips, he's gonna drown, right? So he has a lot of very normal real world limitations. He could be drowned, he could be exhausted. A punch from Godzilla's like, ugh, right? But this bitch can fall all the way from the surface of the earth to the center of the earth and just grab onto the side of a mountain and go, I made it. Like, no, you would be appalled.
Let's talk about how far that distance is, by the way. That's longer than the length of North America from one end to the other. Like,
and they've already established that there's this point where their gravity switches that without this special aircraft, you would be crushed. And so they needed that special Tesla aircraft. But King Kong, without any protection, who just got his ass bit, like, oh, I went 30 feet below water and couldn't breathe. That dude can flip the... Come on, dude.
Hey,
Like,
hold
I was
on.
like,
down by chains.
As an anime weeb,
He's fucking
I will
Kong.
debate that because in
Yeah,
Kong
he's
Skull Island, it was established that the tunnels leading to Hollow Earth were designed for all, kaiju creatures in this universe.
that's true. They did say that.
okay,
Like-
so...
It was
Okay, so
already
him falling through the tunnels because it was a kaiju tunnel means that he can do that gravity flip and land in
Bro,
Middle
we
Earth.
just
no
discovered
problem.
these creatures. We haven't done extensive studies
Dude,
on them.
My bad. My bad.
It's a kaiju tunnel. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I'll-
goddamn, fucking kaiju tunnel.
Can I say that? Can I say
Another
that?
another fucking dumb moment. I'm an idiot.
Like,
Sorry.
as a professional
God.
weeb, I'm gonna tell you, you can defeat your main villain with the power of love. Yo, King Kong, he thought he was gonna see his family out there. He goes like, yo, like he quickly abandoned Shorty. He's like, hey, your family might be down there. It's like, oh shit, my bad. Peace. I
Still
don't
a
like that.
possibility. Still a
And-
possibility.
Yeah, bro, there was like statues of them. I don't know who made these statues. I mean, they got some cool carving skills.
It's the whole center of the earth, so he's gonna go back there. We're gonna find some more. Sequel, baby. Sequel.
And it had a throne. All I'm saying is, you don't know these. We just discovered these kaijus. These kaiju just came to exist. Like we're just beginning our study. You know what I mean? I think the most unrealistic part is the fact that he was able to clap that big ass flying creature and then ripped his head off and took a shot from his head. And I'm like, ooh, that's not good for you. You don't even know what's in there. You
But
know
then
what
when
I'm
he
saying? Like,
rips off Mechagodzilla's head, I'm like, don't eat that. Don't eat that. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm actually glad you brought that up, by the way. I'm glad you brought that up. Listen, I'm not taking back what I said.
yeah, sure.
Respect to Kong. I like King Kong. Good. Love it. But all I want to say is, without those little fucking Elon Musk Tesla ships, King Kong would have been dead in the first 5 minutes of landing in Hollow Earth. Like that. Done. He landed. Home. Kill you. You wrapped around my head. I can't breathe. And I guess that's it.
It's
I guess
hard to
I'm dead.
believe from a mammal. It's like easy to believe maybe from like a giant lizard for some reason, but like a mammal, you're like, you can't. There's got to be some similarities.
He was
here.
going to be dead. The only reason why he's not. What I'm saying is, the only reason why he didn't die is because that little ship shot some rockets that it has now on it. He was
No,
going to
he's
be
gonna
dead.
flex
Hey, yo,
those
hey,
neck
yo.
muscles, man.
King Kong's whack. King Kong's whack.
Hey, Fortress,
Wow.
Aramis,
That's harsh.
Miracle, Judah, not you, Robo. Can we please address the fact that this was like, hey, no disrespect to King Kong, but he a bitch. Like, who does? First of all,
That
look,
bitch ass
look,
would have
look.
died in 5 minutes. No respect.
I'm gonna tell you
No
right now.
disrespect.
I respect the courage that displayed by King Kong here.
No, fuck that.
Like my
I'ma tell you
colleague.
right now.
I respect
pissed.
it, but he's definitely a bitch.
I'm pissed. If you would have look, man, you know what? Though? If we had the technology, we would have. If we would have made King Kong some King Kong size Tims, he would have beat Godzilla.
Right.
I said what I said.
Right.
Smashed.
Dead
Right.
ass. Because
Right.
I'm gonna tell you right now, right? Look, Judah mentioned a great point. Yo, King Kong will swing a couple times. Godzilla was always stumbling like a fat guy at a holding corral, right?
Hey, can
Now-
we chill with the fat guy stuff? Can we chill with the fat guy stuff? I'm just saying.
Maybe that's why you.
Come on.
You saw the acrobatics my dude was doing in Hong Kong. Yo, he was not even bad.
I'll do a backflip right now.
Go ahead.
Godzilla's got them thick thighs, though, man.
Oh,
Like,
homie never skipped legs. I'm telling you.
Ass.
Yo,
He's
look,
got the dial beer and hips.
yo, look,
Yeah, dude.
Godzilla. Guys, look what Godzilla had to be juiced up by nukes and stuff. You know, yo, King Kong was powered by vegetation, natural. Homie was about that life. Yo, Godzilla, bitch. Yeah, that's
Powered by vegetation.
I'm saying,
You know
man.
what? We're three. We're 3 for 6 right now on Godzilla's bitch. Ace says, start this bitch up right here. Nope, we did the same thing. Go
sorry,
ahead, you get it. No, you get it. Go ahead, you get it. Kong is a pussy ass bitch because Godzilla whoops ass just being himself, and Kong needs a weapon made from a piece of Godzilla's daddy to even have a chance.
No lies detected.
Okay, again,
listen, Godzilla has nuclear breath. All right. Do you really think it's fair to put fists against nuclear breath? I think it's just an evening of the scales there. Yes, perhaps
No pun intended.
this means precisely.
One
Perhaps
black,
this
by the way.
means that King Kong needs a weapon, and it might be a Godzilla weapon. But let's think about this: Godzilla wasn't smart enough to make a giant axe weapon to hit King Kong with.
Definitely
King Kong's
smarter.
daddy was.
You know damn well when Godzilla versus King Kong, the Snyder Cut comes out, Godzilla's gonna have that gag, and
It's going to be Godzilla bullets going out. It's gonna be like little glowing Godzilla bullets.
look.
What do you think? What do you think, Chris? What do you think? Is he a bitch or is this what's up? What team are you on anyway? You like the whole movie?
Like that, bro.
Oh, Team Godzilla, man. You're all fucking wrong. Like, Kong's a little bitch.
Yeah, 100%. No, we're on the same team then.
I think everyone here acknowledges that the idea of King Kong beating Godzilla is absurd. But I think we also are all in agreement that the courage displayed by King Kong for going up against such insurmountable odds is commendable and laudable. So
Come on, bro. Like if this would have came out in the '80s again, you would hear "Eye of the Tiger" all over again.
Right.
Look, I just want to repeat one real quick. I just want to repeat. I'm not even trying to be funny here. Like it was actually irritating to me. To see him get beat up by Godzilla was normal, was natural, was like, okay, yep, that makes sense. But what I would have really loved, so we can kind of, because they wanted us to balance out. We saw how the ending went, and we'll get to the ending. We'll get to the ending, and then we'll give our grades real quick. But when he landed in Hollow Earth, I already talked about this, but I really want to talk about it seriously. How dope would it be to have like 2 or 3 or 4 of those species, and Godzilla just wrecks them all. And then you would see why the Godzilla family ruled at one time there. Mm-hmm. He literally fought 3 of those snakes. 2 of the snakes he kills, and the third one was going to kill him without the missiles. And I'm like, why would you do that to Kong? We know he's going to get his ass beat by Godzilla. At least let him wreck down here. Mm-hmm. Like, he was going to die. And I'm like, come on.
I got one of my theories. First of all, I think that they only had the fight in Hong Kong because of Chinese propaganda. I said it, okay. But no, what I really want to elaborate?
Do you want to elaborate?
I just like making bad jokes. Okay. But what I really wanted was for Godzilla to shoot that hole down in the Hollow Earth, jump down there, and then just start ripping people apart down there. Mm-hmm. That would have been way better than fighting in the middle of Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I wanted Kong to get an actual no shit power up in Middle Earth or Hollow Earth. Like when he goes down there, instead of grabbing an axe, I wanted him to be consumed by energy, grow a couple sizes, and he becomes Super Kong, who is now a formidable opponent of
Super Saiyan.
I thought that he was going to go Super Saiyan Kong. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'll kill
awesome.
involved in this.
Here's a pitch. Ready? King Kong and those little ships, they walk into the throne. The throne room opens. The doors even dwarf King Kong. They walk inside there and they look, and there's all the pictures and some hieroglyphics of some like the Kongs and all the stuff that are fighting. And there's a throne at the front of the room. The throne dwarfs King Kong. He has to climb up to it. And then when he gets to the seat, it zooms out, and that's when he first sees the throne.
Mr. Puff from Ghostbusters.
Well, no, but then he gets the power up that you're talking about, and after he gets into the power up, you find out that's when he can fit in the throne. That's when he can go up against Godzilla, and he's actually fucking massive. And all his ancestors were that massive too.
You know what's crazy? You know what's fucked up about this though? That would have been awesome. And the only reason why I can't see that happening is because somehow, against all odds, we have to fit fucking human characters into these kaiju movies, right? And all of it, and we have to make them fit into the plot, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the only reason why Kong almost got clapped by that snake thing is so we could give these dumbass humans something to do,
shit to do. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They would just at that point they would just escort, like, hey, let's just follow Kong because he knows where he's going, and like the entire time I see a goddamn human in this damn movie, I'm like, bro,
oh great, here we go.
Get the fuck out of the screen. Let me see. Like, I could have watched a good like 20 minutes of the runtime just Godzilla swimming around, just having like whales and shit move out the fuck out of his way because he's looking for Khan. And but we gotta go see this girl talking about my mom died because of Marna. Look, first of all, your mom was a horrible human being. Let's get that out the way. And
horrible. She was horrible. You're right.
Yeah,
And
Wait,
they-
who? Wait, who?
That's a whole other That's a whole other conversation that you're starting. I'm going to skip it. But she
Who
was a piece of shit.
who was a horrible person?
So their
Madison
mother
Blue.
was this. Their mother was this activist in the last Godzilla
Yeah.
movie, and
Yeah.
she basically started this whole thing: released the kaiju, released Mothra, like
Billy
killed all these
died.
innocent colleagues. These are her colleagues that she killed
Yeah.
for this
Got it.
insane
I
cause.
remember.
And then by the end of the movie, she said she's sorry, and the movie just kind of lets her off the hook. And they're like, "Well, she's sorry," and she gets like a redemption arc, but she's still a piece of shit.
Even her
Doesn't
daughter
she
wasn't
die,
fucking with
though?
her. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
super dead.
Yeah, so I mean, so it's not that necessarily. I mean, yeah, she got a redemption arc, but did she really get forgiven, or did she have to pay the price?
I guess the movie.
know.
I felt like through the lens of the movie, like the God mode of the movie. Through that lens, I feel like she was not portrayed as villainously as her actions.
She was portrayed as a victim because
Right.
like her purpose was like when she confronted fucking generic white guy main villain.
Tywin, Lord Tywin from Game of Thrones.
That dude, right? They were like, because of you, my mom is dead and Monarch. And all I wanted to say is like, you at this point anybody can interrupt. It was like, nah, your mom kind of, was responsible for the death of millions and
Hey,
millions of humans.
A says hashtag Emma Russell was right.
Look, man,
Yeah, sounds like Ace.
I don't know what to tell you, Ace.
know what to
you can
tell
hug it out later. But
Cool.
my whole point is that look, unfortunately for these movies, you need to have human characters. We need to incorporate in the story somehow. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard because the little kid in me just wants to see the big monsters punch each other in the face.
This movie's made for the little kid in you.
Yeah.
That is the target audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like first of all, like every piece of technology in this movie, right, was straight out of the 80s. Neon color, straight out of
Oh, yeah.
Tron. You know what I mean? With a little bit of Tesla sprinkled in between. I was okay with all that ridiculousness. I was okay with Godzilla puncturing a hole in the earth, ignoring the gravitational pull bullshit, where King Kong climbed out of there to beat his ass. I was
Also
okay with all that.
ignoring the gravitational bullshit.
Also ignoring it, right? While having an axe in his hand, getting up there in seconds, something that was like, I don't know, a couple hundred miles away from whatever. My point is, I was okay with all that shit. Because all I wanted to see was Godzilla and King Kong fight. You know what I mean? I was okay with all that.
Can
But
I ask a quick question to you? Can I ask a quick question to everybody? Going to the center of the Earth, there was this like Doctor Who level fucking shit, right? Like, whoa, eclipse, woo, right? And
Do that again?
whoa, we made it, woo, and then we made it, right? But getting out of it's like, all right, let's get out of here. Let's get climb
Yeah,
this bitch.
yeah.
Like,
It was a
so
new
we,
Robo, you
we're
really
good with
don't
that.
like Hollow Earth, do you?
I'm good with Hollow Earth. Just be consistent. I need a on the way out too. Like you can't just be like that on the way in.
But this
So-
wasn't a naturally occurring hole. It was a Godzilla
Ah,
Yeah.
the
It's
Godzilla hole. You
radioactive.
don't get the. You don't
Right.
get the.
yeah.
It's a fucking kaiju hole. It's a fucking kaiju hole.
The goddamn kaiju hole. God, I keep forgetting. My bad.
So, Cypher, I will say, I think you can do a movie without any human characters. My evidence, the last Planet of the Apes movie.
Ooh, yes,
Yeah.
you read my
Yeah.
mind. Yes.
Yes.
They had humans in the last
100%.
one.
The trick is this. You just that's it. Just do that.
Hey, and I rarely turn my brain off for movies, right? Because so my girl hates me because I'm the first one that be like, that shit makes no sense. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? And this one, I was like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like Godzilla just
You say that.
Yeah.
You say that, but you're the anime fan.
yeah, yeah, bro. Hey, look, anime for the most part makes a lot of sense when it comes down to its writing. Yeah, I mean, it's when you get down to the filler shit that you have to like turn it off, right? Plus, here's the thing, though. Also, I'm glad you brought that up, right? We also have to tell you like the category of entertainment, right? When the movie's advertised as giant monsters, right? You don't care. You just want to see giant monsters. That's why Pacific Rim, the first one, was successful because you don't give a fuck about the story. There was like a thousand ways how to close that breach where the kaijus were coming out. That made more sense than creating two giant robots that need to be operated by two people.
This happens before you even get to the theater. This should
Exactly.
happen on the way to the movie.
Because you saw the
Now-
title.
Yeah, because you saw the
Yes.
title. But when
Yeah.
you give me something like a
Godzilla
Marvel
versus-
movie, yeah, automatically, right? But you give me something like
Yeah.
any Marvel movie, right? That is part of a huge connecting universe. You're gonna start connecting dots, and you will expect good writing.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
It's a different kind of movie.
In anime, and there's certain things called animeisms, right? Where long hair, you're powerful. You need a special MacGuffin to beat bad guy over here. We know this. We come to accept this because of what we're watching. You know what I mean, big kaiju's. I don't give a fuck how the hell, bro. Jesus himself could have been riding Godzilla, and I would have been like, cool.
Expectation management. When you read a haiku, you're expecting a certain amount of syllables. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is.
Right.
You watch a kaiju movie, you're expecting certain bullshit, and that's what it is.
And you have to.
I mean, when I listen to a kaiju, a haiku, all I do is go.
Yeah.
That's a good one. No,
That's a
that's
a
you guys said that was good. Aramis,
He did it. Okay.
yeah.
Hey, yo,
Aramis, give me a letter grade, A B C D F, and then let me know why you gave it to
Pluses
me.
and
why you had to spell it out for him? He's been to school.
Yeah, well,
I just want to say, what am I saying? I don't know.
Now we got all that common core.
Things are different. And ever since the liberals changed it,
Goddamn Common Core.
everybody got an A now.
There we go.
A minus.
A
My grade is
minus.
A minus.
Why?
Not a whole lot of things that I didn't like about it. I pretty much thoroughly enjoyed it. Would watch it over and over again. Unlike
I
other
will watch it
movie
again.
we reviewed last time, which I will never be watching again.
Slow motion 5-hour Justice League. Okay, dope.
I'm gonna make people dig for final grades.
Fortress Chris, give it a grade.
Where is he?
So, first of all, I look forward to what the next review grading system is because we went from 1 to 10 to A, B, C, D, F.
That's right. Next one's gonna be 6 through 10. 6 through 10, including half points. What is your grade?
Then next we're gonna go with fractions.
So I say A plus because like everybody said, I turned my brain off and I just love this movie. All the stupid things aside, it's cool because a giant monkey punched a nuclear reactive fucking dinosaur. That's all I cared about.
Right.
And Mechagodzilla shows up there. I'm the only one talking about Mechagodzilla, and I don't care because Mechagodzilla is fucking awesome.
Mechagodzilla's OP. If you need
OP.
both, like Godzilla wrecked King Kong. We already talked about that. Really, kind of handedly, to where he needed a nuclear axe to even kind of, and still lost with it. And then here comes Mechagodzilla. Didn't almost lose once. Just wrecked house. OP.
It's because Mechagodzilla is fucking badass.
I do want to say one thing about Mechagodzilla is that I want to appreciate that King Ghidorah. Oh my god, that King Ghidorah
My God,
got his revenge.
What?
King
King
Ghidorah.
Ghidorah got his revenge, and I loved it.
Yes.
But that also brings up a whole issue that King Ghidorah has some high level consciousness that he was able to take over the mind of somebody.
had three
and
There will be Mecha King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Ghidorah.
Because now all that metal has turned sentient, is going to form into a third head, go back on King Ghidorah, bam, Mecha King Ghidorah.
And I'm gonna watch that movie after I.
my
I
brain just
can't
went off
fucking wait.
immediately. It just shut off. Like, truth, no more power.
So at first, before we get to Miracle Man's grade, at first I thought like that doesn't make any sense. The three heads definitely were disintegrated, and then I was corrected because earlier in the movie of the last movie there was a head that got cut off, and then there was a regeneration. Right? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So does that mean that every time Ghidorah's head is cut off and it grows back, all those leftover heads still have consciousness?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's the answer. Okay,
Wait,
yeah,
remember
that's
I think
fair.
yes.
That's fair. That's a fair answer.
No, turn it off. Just flick it one time.
Miracle Man, give me a grade.
I'm gonna give it with an A minus as well, and I'll tell you why. It's you got to take these movies for what they are, right? You know, if you're one in here and you're like, I would like to see a very serious explanation of how this giant monkey beat up on this giant lizard.
That's exactly how I sound too.
Do it. I was about to say, is that
the centripetal force.
Listen, you need a healthy level of suspension of disbelief in order to be able to get down with a kaiju movie to begin with. Let's be honest, if kaijus existed, we'd all be fucking dead by now. So, considering that part, yes, there's some plot holes. There's a couple of odd little MacGuffins here and there. Or Deus Ex, however you say that. The Ghost in the Machine. You know what I'm saying. I've been drinking, y'all. Sorry.
I've been drinking.
But anyway, take all that into consideration. It's a great popcorn movie. You'll watch it again and again. I'm gonna watch it again tonight. I might even watch it again tomorrow. I ain't got shit to do during the morning, and I'm probably gonna be sporting a little bit of a hangover, so I might just put on Godzilla versus Kong and watch that again. But A-.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Crit. Cipher.
El
Cifer.
Lo tigre.
Lo tigre. Hey, that would have been awesome if King Kong would have screamed that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to give it an A. You know what I mean? Because I don't believe in minus or plus. An A is an A. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I knew what I was going to get into when I decided to watch this movie. I know that my brain needs to be shut off. I know that if I started looking for inconsistency, I was going to find a healthy bunch. However, the fact that one of my favorite things about this movie is the fact that they at least gave us a nice amount of kaiju battles, right? Like, I feel like I didn't have to wait long to see Godzilla. I didn't have to wait long to see Godzilla versus Kong. I feel like that was immediate. It was satisfying. And even the first matchup when they were fighting in the sea, even then, like I know everybody knew that Godzilla was gonna win, but at that point, it gave you like some semblance of hope because you think like, well, they fought in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla has the field advantage there. What will happen if they fight in, So it made me excited for the next battle because even though part of me is like, oh, there's no way King Kong's gonna win, it still made me like, but what if? And overall, though, yeah, I mean, I feel like the humans were necessary because movies and whatever. However, that's the only thing that I disliked about this movie. Overall, though, I give it an A. Like I will watch it again. It will be one of those movies that, let's say, if I'm flipping through channels, which I don't because I don't have cable, because it's 2021. Is if I see it playing, I'm not gonna turn it off. I'm not gonna switch channels, whatever. It's that good of a movie. I give it an A.
Robo.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this a B plus. A B plus. I enjoyed it. The action, the buildings, the laser breath, all that stuff. Super dope. Super dope. Some of the things that I thought was silly with the warp, with the interstellar style getting to the middle of the earth, but then like I could just crawl out of that. That kind of stuff kind of bugged me. So that kind of knocked it. But here's the thing that's going to bring me all the way down a letter grade. And it's because Millie Brown is a dope-ass actor who was disrespected with a support cast that was absolute garbage from the beginning. Her father sitting there like, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be at home. And it was like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, this is going to be... I thought the movie was going to be bad just from her dad alone. And it wasn't. It wasn't bad at all. But to pour all your human actor budget into Millie Brown and then give her such a shit supporting cast with bad actors was just like was shitty for me. B plus, super awesome movie. Definitely would watch it again. Definitely think you should too.
Right on. I'm gonna have to agree with Robo's grade of a B plus. That's what I give it. And the reason I give it a B plus, so judging it only based on what it is, there's really three levels for me. I watch a movie like that, and I'm either like this, I'm either watching it like this, or I'm watching it like this.
Huh.
And I did a lot of. The movie made me happier than I was before I watched it, which I guess is all I could really ask for from it.
You're like a real life emoji.
I enjoyed the fuck out of it. The biggest drawback, the reason it went down to B plus is the supporting cast is abominable. I mean, there's no justification. There was nothing good about the supporting cast, and it wasn't just the plot lines that were necessary, like the kids going and doing sneaky kid stuff, and all the other grown-ups doing other shit that didn't really matter. But it's also there were characters that went nowhere. Like there was this badass chick who was supposed to be this bad girl, evil chick. And she had zero, and she was nothing to her. She was just an archetype of a bad chick, and she was mean all the time, and that was her character. She's mean. She's always mean. Or the bad guy, like the
discount Selena Gomez,
bro, for real,
yeah, for real. And then the big bad guy was also like, why is he even a big bad guy? That's his job. He's just the sneering bad guy behind the scenes that didn't really matter. So it was just a big waste of characters. Like, why are they even there? But the fights were badass. This happened very early on, so I was okay with all the other silly nonsense, and it's fun to talk about anyway.
Yeah.
And I left the movie feeling happy, so I'll give it a B plus. It was not as good as the last Godzilla movie, but it was still pretty dope.
Okay, can I say
So-
one more thing, please, real quick?
Go ahead.
You know what's crazy? They were related. They were father and daughter. And I was like,
Why were they in the movie?
bro, I feel like you could have a whole subplot of him getting a DNA test, and I would have been okay with it because, like, something here. Okay, got it. And yeah, that part was like, oh, that's my father. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
tell you that?
why is that? Like, who? So who cares? Like, it's
Okay,
just like,
cool. All right, I guess I'll take that. Then she's like, Dad, my dad gets what he wants. I'm like, you guys haven't even been in the same room together. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was bad. But go ahead.
Judah, I just want to let you know you are the king of the facial expression review.
Dude, you're like a whole emoji, bro.
I'm gonna make that my thing then. It's gonna be my.
Dead ass. I was like,
I give the movie a solid.
wait, I'm confused. Does that mean it was?
I don't know what that means, but it was hilarious.
That's what it was.
I was like, I'm gonna give a movie a heavy pan. I don't know what it means.
Guys, so I hate to do this, but I gotta dip out because
No, this is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen and MBs. Thank you for being here. Before you go, check out our. Ooh, I just remembered I forgot one of them. But check out in the description that I will update right after this. Chris Runt, and check him out at Fortress Comics. I put the website out there in the description. Check out El Cipher, Cypher at Cypher World. Go put up his YouTube and his Twitch. He does game reviews. He also does his own Twitch stuff. And Miracle Man of Not Near Mint, which will quickly be corrected, and I will put the link in the description. And Aramis, thank you for coming and joining us. That is our trusty architect, moderator over at the Melanated Timeline. I forget what we called it, the Citadel. And also an architect of the I Freaking Love Comics Discord server, of which that Fortress Comics and Not Near Man have a little room that if you want to go in there and bullshit about the shows they did, go ahead and be in there too.
Yo, we
Or
got
if you just want
puppies.
to bully them.
Miracle Man is going live on Lady Fantastic's channel immediately after this. Can somebody what's the
I sure am. Can somebody drop that link in the chat there for everybody?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm
Go ahead.
right on it.
back Discordia.
Be funny real quick.
Oh, so guys,
So a priest and a rabbi.
hey, hold up, before you finish that joke, okay? Where's the priest from? I feel like that's important.
Cincinnati. We're always
Yeah.
from Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's the
Okay.
only place a priest has ever come from is fucking Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Fucking-
Fucking natty.
Fucking A.
Interesting choice of words there.
Since a fucking natty.
No, before that, the only place to let me stop.
Hey, so I dropped the link in the chat. I wish this were Twitch, so that way we could just raid over there real quick. We could just bring everybody over. But if you guys can just go ahead and grab that link, head on over. I'm gonna be in the chat. Maybe some of us will also be there. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share this link around, even in the future, and all that shit. Take it easy. Don't forget to wear your mask. Bye.
Night, everybody.
Peace.